Hi, I'm Dana and we're doing a new type of a body doubling video because I've left my bed unmade like this for like 4 or 5 days in a row because it's definitely the day that I'm going to change my bed. And like it's hot out, like it's getting to a point where like it's going to be actually gross soon. So rather than put it off indefinitely forever and ever and ever, we're doing it together. So I'm sorry, I don't mean to be a bitch towards you. I'm so fucking tired. I'm so annoyed by like all of the constant maintenance of life. I don't have it in me. It's all too much. So for anybody new, I'm gonna start changing my bed. These body doubling, these body doubling videos are just a time when I do something that needs to be done. Usually putting my laundry away, but it can be fucking anything. Clearly, I'm always really scared there's gonna be a spider in here, and I don't know why there would be, but the idea of it spooks me a lot. We're also, in order to make my filming setup slightly easier, because my current setup for actual videos is getting increasingly complicated and just not fun, and I'm not fucking enjoying it. So you should probably have lower quality image than you usually do for this video. And this video only, hopefully, I I'm still explaining what a body doubling video is, aren't I? So I just do what I need to fucking do. I chat some shite, and you can just put this on in the background and also do whatever it is you've been needing to do. And as I sit here, I am realizing that doing this has put me off my usual, like, how I do this. I actually do need to change my sheet before I start on the rest of it, because then everything can go on the floor and I change it as I put it back onto the bed, so my clean thing is never touching the floor, but it doesn't matter if this shit is. I don't know why I'm explaining to you how I change my bed. That's what happens in these videos. I just, shite comes out my mouth for 20 to 30 minutes. And you can just ignore it and not have to pay attention to it while you do the thing that you need to get done. And then you have like the whole like, woo, motivational, like I've done a thing. And we've both done something that needed to be done. So it's lovely. And oh, nearly fell off my own bed. Oh, I really can't be bothered. But yeah, for a little while I've had some issues with my audio. No one say shit about the stains on my mattress cover, okay? That's the fucking point of it. But yeah, for a good little while there's been some like weird pops and just sounds that I didn't want on my videos, and it's really pissed me off. And it's meant that like on every video there's at least one comment being like, oh, you need to get a mic, you need to fix your audio. So this time I actually have. But it just means that I can't plug my phone into my fucking laptop, so I can no longer see what's going on the screen. And like I technically can, but then it just disconnects randomly every like 6 seconds. And it's just an absolute fucking nightmare. Like I am not at all a tech driven, tech motivated, tech understanding person. So I tried really hard to get my setup as simple as possible, and it is literally my phone on a tripod with a wire going down into my laptop, and I can see what's happening on that screen. Because otherwise, I have to use my front camera, and I'm told that that's not good quality. But I've had my phone for 5 years now, and it's clearly just starting to deteriorate, as phones do after a couple of years these days. But also, to be like last month, I was having to borrow off friends and be like, "Can you have a little bit of money, please?" so that I could continue to eat and survive for the whole month. I put on the wrong fucking corner there, haven't I? Yeah. That's okay. It's fine. So I'm very, very reluctant, as someone who often ends the month with no money and having to borrow money to not end up in my overdraft. I'm not the most confident about adding like £30 that I have to pay out every single month for the next like 4 years. Do you know? Like that's, I'd rather not. But that does mean that I don't know how I'm going to afford a new phone or when this one's going to go. And it is gonna go. It's going. It's going. And at some point it's gonna be gone. I'm just not gonna have a phone. I'm not gonna be able to make any more videos. And I am actually quite stressed about it. So if anyone knows like any incredibly good deals, or I also like I shouldn't be asking for financial advice in YouTube videos. I also considered taking out a credit card, because like when I have some extra money, I can just put it onto the credit card and pay off my phone, instead of every single month for years and years having to pay £30 and eventually paying like £1,200 for a phone that I could buy for like £800 on a credit card. but I've never been in control of a credit card before. My ex had a credit card that was our credit card and I paid quite a lot of money off on, but I paid that money off by sending it to him. I don't even actually know if the money went onto the credit card, to be honest with you. So that idea, although I think it might be one of the most practical and the ones that like actually work, I'm very nervous about, and I don't particularly want a credit card. So I don't know. I don't really know what I'm gonna do with that one. Oh, changing the sheets are always the worst part, isn't it? I also am aware that rolling around on my bed probably looks like it takes more energy than just like standing up, but standing up hurts. Standing up is painful and makes me feel dizzy, and I'd rather not do it if I can help it. So this is how I do things around here, okay? It's not fun. I don't enjoy it. I'm still in pain, but it's the best option we've got going for us. What else do I have to talk about? I don't have much else to talk about. I'm just consistently stressed, and I'm like, oh, am I ever going to afford anything ever? It's a terrifying life that I lead, but you know, I lead it. I'm living. Apparently, I do believe that's what this is called. I had a last minute. Well, it's not that last minute. I had an invite to. I've mentioned them before. One of the people that I like am acquaintances with, I suppose. They often invite me to like their art shows and stuff, and they're actually a really fucking talented artist and tend to like be in very talented little groups of people. So I do tend to go when I can manage it with my anxiety and shit. I didn't manage it last time. I felt really shitty about it. And I also felt like they maybe just wouldn't invite me to anything again, which would have been fine. Like I say, we're like acquaintances. But it's one of those where I would very much like to be their friend. Like I really like them. Like I'd like to be friends. And I don't know if I'm just a seat filler, if I'm just like a person in the local area that enjoys their art and is willing to go to shows, so they invite me, you know, like it's the kind of thing that I know people like frown upon and think is a bit shitty, but I don't mind it. Like I've verbalized and told this person, I like your art. I like coming to these kinds of events, and they let me know when those types of events are happening. Like, cool. That's what I asked. Like it works. I don't really understand why people frown on it, but I know that that is frowned upon. So I don't know if it's just that they don't want me to think that's what they're doing, so they're being like kind of like subtle and chill about it, or if we're both just a little bit socially not the greatest and they would also like to be friends. I really heavily can't tell which it is. And I don't want to like make them uncomfortable or make myself look silly by going all in and being like, yeah, Ruth, new friend, when I'm just there because of pre-mentioned things. So I am a bit nervous about it. But also, like, they were posting about it on Facebook before they mentioned it to me directly, and I was like, oh, I'd love to go to that. It's a shame they haven't mentioned it to me directly, because I would feel quite weird showing up at one of their things and just being like, oh, hi, you know? Because if they don't want to be friends, that's the type of situation where, like, you're sort of forced to be. Like, I am here just to see. I mean, I say that, but I suppose it's more, I'm here just to see you when they're actually invited. I don't know. Every social interaction scares and intrigues me. Like, I'm just gonna go and have a good time, you know? Like, that's what I endeavour for when I'm leaving my house, is just have fun. If I get there and they're like super social and seem like they want to hang out with me, then like, yeah, we can hang out and get to know each other and maybe become friends. If they don't, it is like a whole like guided nature walk about like folklore and mythology and stuff with like a little craft section at the end, like a two-parter. So it's the type of thing where like there's gonna be someone there that I can end up talking to. If there's no one that I want to talk to, if it really is a group of people that like I don't know what to do with, I can just have a walk and do my little art thing. I don't really have to talk to anyone. It doesn't really matter all that much. And it does, it matters so deeply inside my soul. I feel so fucking anxious about it. I so desperately want it to be a really nice time because I don't go out very often. I don't go to things like this very often. I just really want it to be nice, and it does matter, but it doesn't. It doesn't matter in the slightest, but it does. Also, I feel like new pillows is something that I've actually bought fairly regularly, like since moving out. Like it's not all the time, but like quite. You know, these aren't old pillows. I don't have old pillows, so I keep buying new pillows, and it really doesn't take very long before they're just a bit shit. I don't understand it because I had the same pillow for as long as I can remember as a child. I was very fucking attached to it as well. Like, it was just this big square pillow. I think it was a Danish one that my parents had like bought over, or like someone had said it was something. But I loved it, and it was perfect, and it never like deteriorated. I think that's one of the big things that gets to me nowadays. I hate to be that person, but like, don't you feel like, I don't know, maybe I just didn't notice it so much when I was younger because it was like my parents' money that was being used. I wasn't having to like fund my own lifestyle. But I just feel like I didn't have to replace things as often. And it's one of those things where, like, as much as I've given my little disclaimer, I feel like it's legit because I'm autistic. I don't like things changing. I don't like things being different. So I did notice when things changed and were different when I was a kid. You know, like I might not have had like the monetary frustration of having to be the one to buy it, but I still had the frustration of like, this isn't the same thing. I don't like it as much, even though it is technically the same thing. It's just not right. I don't want it. I don't like it, you know? We're just gonna put that like that for the moment while I change my duvet. See, this was originally going to be an entire tidy my bedroom video, and then I looked at it and I was like, fuck it. But now that I've started on this, I might manage to find. Let's do the duvet cover first before making any fucking promises. It's not even like messy really. I just need to put some clothes away and have a hoover. Like, that's been a really weird thing for me the last couple of months since my last housemate moved out, to be honest with you. Because I said, up until I was like maybe 20, I was quite a messy person. Like, I really was. I didn't care if my dishes were done or not. I didn't really think about whether or not things had been hoovered. Like, it did take me a while to get to this place. And a lot of it was through the horrific abuse of my partner at the time, who wanted me to be his perfect little housewife. And that's essentially what I became for him. So I have gotten pretty good at like keeping up with just maintaining my house. Just, you know, when I use something, I tend to put it back where it goes. If something gets spilt or knocked over, I tend to just stop and tidy it and go, then carry on, you know? Like, it's pretty rare that I just leave stuff. But the things that you don't have to do regularly, and the things that aren't like changing my bed, washing my bathroom sink, those bits, they really sneak up on me. And then all of a sudden I'm like, oh, my bedroom smells awful, and I'm pretty sure it's my sweaty ass bedding. Oh, look at that, my kit bathroom sink is just grotty, like it's just scummy and gross. And it just happens, you know? Like, it's just suddenly that way. And I'm like, I'm sure it wasn't this bad yesterday, but it is now. I fucking hate putting duvet covers on. Oh, and this one isn't already inside out for me. Why am I such a fool? I didn't prepare. My internal YouTube brain is like, you need to be talking right now. But my actual normal human brain is just so fucking annoyed that this isn't already inside out. It's not even that like a particularly difficult thing to do, but why? Like, you saw how I had it all tucked into my fucking pillowcase, all Pinterest hack and shit. And I fucking, oh. Like, I'd have it sorted and proper right now if I'd just fucking done it. But instead, I've tried to turn it inside out and completely fucking confuse myself. Okay. Okay. Alright. I can't explain to you how much, like, me sitting at my desk doing fuck all and then doing this makes my shoulders and my back and neck feel like I've done. You know the machine that like comes down and you do that with it? I feel like I've been on that for like 16 hours straight. It's so fucked up. I remember the days when like I had a minimal level of pain and then doing something would make it worse. And now it's like it my body the last like week, maybe a little bit longer now, has just constantly felt like I have like been hitting the gym, you know, and I've been doing less than usual because I haven't even been going for my full length walks because my body aches and I feel like I'm walking through fucking mud. And now it's like just changing my fucking bed really hurts. So that's awesome. I love being alive. I'm so glad that I was born. I was also quite surprised in the comments of the last few body doubling videos because a lot of you guys aren't doing anything along with me, which is fine. You don't have to. Like, it's very much supposed to be a relaxed sort of like no pressure sort of situation. Like, you really do not have to be doing anything along with me. But I also just very much didn't expect people to care enough to be just watching them, you know? And I know that, like, can you see me? Like, even personally, it's pretty rare that I'm like watching a YouTube video with like every ounce of my attention, you know? Like, I get that that's not how it is. But I was still quite flattered, to be honest with you. It's very nice of you. Oh my god. It's in there enough. I'm going to hate myself for that when I get into bed in like 3 days and it's all like come away from one corner. But I just can't deal with it right now. I kind of wish I hadn't started this now. But I think now that I have, I will. See, like, it's been feeling messy because I've got a whole load of clothes here that I've been moving from my couch to my bed and back, depending on if I'm filming a video or sleeping. But now that I've put it over there, it's fine. It's not in my way anymore. I don't have to think about it. Because it's the pile of stuff that's like worn but not dirty but not clean enough to go back into my wardrobe, along with some things that I pulled out to wear / have made and just haven't put away yet because I'm just so organised and great. I said most things I put away when I'm done with them all, like not everything. Wouldn't say I was perfect. I'm hoping to go to the Midlands Comic Con that's coming up because fucking Brian O'Halloran's going. That'd be sick. Imagine meeting Dante. I could take my clerk's day. Where is my clerk's day? Yeah, there it is. I need to make my bed. I normally have the other side out because I'm scared of staining the white, but I've gotten much better these last few months with using things that are meant to be used and actually enjoying the things that I own in the way that they're supposed to be used and enjoyed. So if it does get stained, it's not the end of the world. I can wash it and ignore the stain. I could tie-dye over it. Like, there's all sorts of options, and few things are ever actually ruined. But it's taken many, many years of telling myself that on a very regular basis. I'm about to sit here and sort the bits that I'm mad about. Okay, first we're going to fold the blankets. And my big crochet blanket's going to go on the couch, and my X-Files blanket's going to go over there because I've been using that instead of a duvet sometimes, but the crochet one is just so hot. And it's like kind of scratchy fabric. I mean, obviously it's a crocheted blanket. It feels how you would expect a crocheted blanket out of very cheap yarn to feel. I hate that I've started calling it yarn instead of wool, but also wool comes from sheep, and this is definitely not like actual wool, you know? I'm aware that I've stopped talking, and the talking aspect is kind of the point of these videos. But oh god, that's something I can talk about at least. I went into town earlier because I realised that possibly a little bit of why I think my guitar sounds a little bit janky sometimes is the fact that I haven't changed the strings in 7, 8 years. I meant to buy a capo and I forgot. And maybe it's okay because I do own a capo. I just don't know where the fuck I've put it. It was just on the head of my guitar for like fucking years. I don't know where it's gone. It's not like I take my guitar anywhere. Ugh. But yeah, I bought new strings and some new picks because I don't have any plectrums whatsoever. And I've been meaning to do it for a really long time. Like, I got really scared because the only times I've ever been into music shops with my horrible shitty ex, and he would like mansplain everything. And even after I went in like knowing what I wanted, he would mansplain how actually the best option was this other thing that he likes. And I'd end up just buying whatever the fuck it was he told me to be honest with you. So it was my first time going to a music shop on my own. It wasn't one that I've been into at all before. And it all really rather freaked me out and overstimulated me, but I did do it. I managed to. One thing that really massively helped was that when I went in, the person on the counter was a woman. And it's one of those things that I really wish that I didn't care about. And it's like, you know, it's not like I would have walked out if it had been a man, but it just made me so much more confident in being like, I need to get strings, and I've like never bought strings before. I don't know what to get. Can you just give me some strings for an electric acoustic? And she was just like, yeah, sure. So and again, I feel like it's probably an experience that I've had with a man as well, but it would have scared me more, and I would have been more anxious about it. So I'm really glad that that was my little experience that I got to have today. But as I say, it still did very much overwhelm me, I think. I have a bit of a headache now, although that could also be from the heat. But I've been doing a pretty good job at like wearing clothes that don't really get too hot and staying hydrated and everything. So I've just thrown all of my dirty clothes over there. And I'll throw this toy over there. I have this like massive long charger next to my bed, as well as some rubbish here. God. I had some ice pops in bed, okay? Don't judge me. It's been hot. But I am going to take the rubbish from these. You can go down there. I'm aware you can't see this. I'm aware me just telling you things about it isn't actually interesting. But I don't have anything else to talk about at this point. I'm gonna go is what I'm gonna do. It's not tidy enough. What I'm gonna do is take all of my laundry downstairs and come back up and hoover. And once I've hoovered, it will be tidy enough. And I can't actually do this method of video while hoovering anyway. So I'm gonna fuck off now. Um, Let me know if you did something along with me. If you didn't do anything along, let me know what you've been up to. I like that there's these videos just have a more sort of like relaxed comment section because it's not like about an autism topic that's probably quite vulnerable or difficult or complex. Like like it's just a bit of a nicer space. Just you do to me what I've just done to you. Just ramble some shit and I'll read it and be like, oh nice. I really enjoy reading comments. One day, I'm gonna be the type of person that actually replies to them, but chances are today's not that day. So, like and subscribe here. You can follow me in various places. You can find me on Patreon or Ko-fi if you want to help me save up to move. There still isn't any actual pressure. You do not have. I feel really bad pulling out my little sob stories to make money. I also no one donates my Ko-fi anyway. That's the thing is like I feel so bad about it, and it's like no one's doing that. Some of you do. I'm very grateful. I do really appreciate it. And it's the actions over on Patreon, isn't it? And obviously, like you get access to the Discord, blah blah blah. If you've watched this far into this type of video, I would assume you've heard it all before. So whoever you are, wherever you are, I have a lovely morning, evening, day, afternoon, here, and I will see you again in a couple of days.